Welcome to Wickerson Studios. Michael Wickerson here. I'm going to begin a new Python app that will take AI from GitHub Copilot through to Stable Diffusion AI. And we're going to be using Python for data analysis as our template. And we're going to start with the library 3.0 of NumPy to do all the work. And to get started, you basically will probably want to go to wickersonstudios.com and download one of the advanced Grasshopper scripts. These actually aren't the prices since we're back to the regular prices, but you can get the full bundle right here. It's just a quick little advertisement for everything from the beginner scripts to the intermediate scripts to the advanced development scripts. So those are 40 different bundles. Any one of these bundles, especially the old Python and Grasshopper bundle, if you click on it, you'll see that you basically get the instructions of what you need to have as dependencies and how basically to work some of these scripts as you open them, but it'll give you a sample of what you'll receive, a variety of Grasshopper scripts as we develop them. Even though I don't have this latest one out, I'm going to put it out after this video series gets started and gets people interested. You will find a Python app within there, and that will give you something to get started on. The other thing you can do is actually go to GitHub and go to Rhino inside of Rhino Compute and pull up some basic scripts, which is what I'm going to start with. The other thing to look at is all of my YouTube videos, well over 1,000. I've got some introductory works on the AI from Copilot into Stable Diffusion, but we're going to start this series and call it From AI to AI, or From AI Copilot to AI Stable Diffusion. That's exactly what we're going to do. We don't need to be looking at this now. What you will need is Visual Studio Code. You will need Anaconda, and you will need Rhino and Grasshopper. And I have many videos on that introduction, and we'll get into it, but I just want to jump into where we are to start. I do have, if I opened a folder, I can jump onto my desktop. It's pretty cluttered right now, but I have a new Master Hops app right here that I can select those folders. And what I have is everything. And everything's kind of been built in here. I'm not quite done and I'm going to go on to some advanced NumPy afterwards. Yours will look like this in the end, but you just want to start with something basic, have an open app.py, and everything else that kind of comes with the standard work. And I'm just going to open up that app, which actually happens to be incredibly big and large. And this is the master copy, and I think we have probably 3,000 lines of script here, and that's pretty extensive. But what I want to do is I want to grab everything in it, the entire kit and caboodle, and start from scratch again in this video series. So you'll have something much simpler to look at. You're going to have the default scripts that come out of the Rhino Compute, which will take you down to probably right around here. And then I've got Python for data science, and I'm going to get rid of all that. Even though I've got some dependencies that I have on here, NumPy basics, I think we'll go right down to here and erase it all. So that's a very small little script now. Let me take out this because we want to keep that last little if name is set equal to main, the app will run. You'll notice I have GitHub Copilot going on here, which means my filling in a script will happen incredibly faster than yours. I do have some dependencies here that we'll get to in writing into it. Actually, maybe I'll leave those off as well. I'll take out all the information in between, what books inspired me, and I'll take off these early scripts of writing complex numbers, and we'll leave you exactly with what you get outside of the names of what we're going to add later. This Python for data analysis and NumPy basics. We'll put that in as we need, but I do like that large text. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So we have a Grasshopper document open. You could, when I get going, open up one of these pre-existing ones, which is pretty elaborate, Python for data analysis. And we're going to produce basically all of these scripts together on this video series from scratch. So I'm just going to open one to show you the first one. It takes a little bit of time to load, and you'll see nothing's working now because I just erased everything in the Pi app that has to be running, and it needs to be running in a terminal. So we can throw that terminal on there. and we can have that ready to go, but there's no other functions besides the basic functions, and we'll get you acclimated to what hops does, and we'll give you a little practice of this as well. I am going to set this up and get ready to show you exactly what happens. When you get a default file, you can use any of the ones that I have on those advanced scripts that I told you about by downloading the YouTube video or getting into something that's you can come in off of wickersonstudios.com and get one of the advanced scripts, but we're not going to start with that. We're actually going to jump right in. You'll see this script is ready to go, and it has lots of wonderful notes of what to do and how to type things and how to make things wonderful. But once again, this script is already there for us. I am going to open a new document and really start from scratch. So in time, you'll be able to buy the entire package, but this is for people who want to get started with hops and be up and running. And we're already into a few minutes recording this video. You should be able to run an Anaconda prompt server, and I'll take you through that and launch one as well. And I'll do that in the next video to get us up and running. But I just wanted to get a set that you've got something to begin with, and we can jump right in here into hops and start scripting things. And I'll show you how to indicate and write some pretty nice scripts. So that's it for now. It sets us up, gets us ready, and I will make a second video in a second. Stop recording.